Farm boss. And no, the horses should not be standing right there, eating on that nasty little roll of hay. Yeah, it looks like Willis or I1 did not latch the gate good last night. So, starting off this morning on the wrong foot, but if that's the worst problem we run into today, we'll probably be all right. Donkeys got out as well. Cows are ready to be fed. I hope this is not an omen for how the rest of the day is going to go. Okay, so got the horses back in the barn lot where they're supposed to be. Get them in their stalls. As you can probably tell, the wind is blowing like crazy. I'm wearing short sleeves in the middle of February. It's like 70 degrees right now at 7 a.m. And yeah, without the wind, it would be really nice, but of course, even I'll admit, it should not be that warm this time of year. And as you would expect, we're gonna pay for it this afternoon. It's supposed to be strong thunderstorms moving into the area sometime after lunch, which just means we gotta get a lot of stuff done this morning before the weather turns on us. But we dried up quite a bit. It is really nice. Otherwise, heck, not even having to wear the mud boots today. I think we're gonna be able to do everything wearing just the leather boots. But, okay, so first minor crisis of the day. The horses and donkeys being out, been solved. Got the cows fed, and yeah, as you can probably appreciate, all this area through here, which is normally just knee-deep mud, has really dried up quite a bit. And we do have a new calf this morning. I actually saw that one from the back porches. We're getting the kids off to school, so get out there and get that one checked on. I'm gonna go down here and feed the steers first. But yes, wind is gonna be the theme for the morning. I hope our little sound muffler we've got on the camera, sound quality will be good, but I'm not entirely certain of that. It can be a little breezy around here, but yeah, 25-mile-an-hour winds with 45-mile-an-hour gusts. We're not accustomed to that. We don't film in that kind of weather very often at all. And it's actually a heifer that had that calf, so nice to see her do so without any issue. We'll see if we can get a tag in its ear. Okay, all right, leave him alone. There you go. You're good, you're done good. And any threat, perceived or real, always garners a crowd, which they're also wanting me to probably unroll them some hay, because you'll notice empty, 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 empty. We've got 6 empty hay rings. Yeah, now they're over there. All right, we see green grass. Let us through this gate. No, not yet, ladies. That's not as much grass out there as you think it is. Trust me, if there were, I would happily let you out there. But that is also going to lead us to our next challenge. And we'll go back up here to the barn and talk about it. So our next challenge, or problem, you see there, and maybe if you don't drive a tractor regularly, I can understand you may not see a real issue, but our joystick for our front end loader, what's going on there? So basically we had a little piece break off here, which does not allow the joystick to function properly, which means we can't really use the front end loader, which, hey, we've still got a spear on the back, right? We've still got, you know, a way to deliver hay using just the side-by-side and the truck. But with the way our hay is stacked in the barn, we have to move them pretty much with the front end loader before we can handle them with any other equipment. So one good thing about baling these smaller bales is that I can kind of manhandle them a little. So I've been able to push a few around where I can get to them with the bale unroller. But we need to go ahead and put out several rolls of hay today, so we're going to see how we can make this work. So as you can see, we're just stabbing these bales rather than in the end like you normally should. Because the way they're stacked in there, I can get enough pressure up against them to make that work. But I need to carry 2 down to the other farm. So of course can't use the tractor for it because I can only use the 3-point lift. And I really need to turn them the opposite direction or flip them over on, you know, naturally to be able to pick them up the truck. And now I don't even know if I can get this one off the tractor. So yeah, day's not starting off great at all. So a slight change of plans. I decided to just bring this roll out here. We'll go ahead and feed these cows first, I guess. I know I could find a spot uneven enough I could eventually get it to come off there. But yeah, things just not going at all as planned this morning. Well, just putting them out 1 bale at a time. Front end loader worthless. Just like the old days when didn't have a tractor with the front end loader. I used to feed hay with an open station Ford 9600, just using bale spear on the back. So that makes me appreciate the front end loader that much more. That's the way we'll look at it, the way we'll spin it as a positive. But yeah, one, not only does it make things just more difficult, because like that hay feeder there we can't use without a front end loader. It's more time consuming because, hey, normally I can bring 2 out here at a time, and now I can only bring 1. So, and all this on a day when we've got severe thunderstorms, you know, in the forecast. So we're trying to get done, you know, as fast as we can before that gets here. So anyway, I'll try to quit complaining and just get the job done. Got 2 rolls delivered to this crew. Gave them a little feed. We, I don't think I mentioned, we had the feed truck came yesterday. So the mobile bin is still at the house. Decided to go ahead and bring the feed bin back down here. Got that spot on the fence, if you watched the last video, where these animals had gotten back into the wrong pasture. So, figured if I was coming back down here to work on the fence anyway, might as well pull the bin. That way I can just drive the Jeep down here in the morning like a normal work day, and you already got feed down here waiting on me. But I say we gotta go fix this spot. We gotta find the spot. I have a strong suspicion I know where it was. We're gonna drive up here and then take a walk through the woods and see. Beautiful day to be doing something like this. Like the mid-70s, it's just crazy. Looks like I may have an audience to critique my fence fixing, which, hey, if they'd offer some input and say, yeah, hey buddy, no way that's gonna hold us, and I might appreciate it. But so I got a suspicion, there's a spot back here on the cross fence that I believe it was a tree had fallen out. I kind of made a mental note. I was like, that could be a spot. But we didn't get to it, not yet anyway. So we'll see. We should be able to tell 30 of them if they got out. Should be plenty of evidence. But before anybody comments about, because anytime we have cows get out or anything, we have a few of the commenters that want to say, you need better fences. Well, thank you, Captain Obvious. But we obviously don't worry near as much about a bad spot on a cross fence as we do a perimeter fence. And so, yeah, when we see these bad spots on the cross fence, it's not real convenient to get to it and fix it right away. We kind of make a mental note. And then, yeah, of course, we're not shocked if they actually do get out. But yeah, here was the spot in question. It does look like this is probably where they did it. Definitely been some foot traffic through here. Yes, you can see the ground churned up over there. So, feel very confident this is where they had gotten out on Sunday. I did not bring the chainsaw in the truck. Didn't have an extra hand, so I'm gonna walk back and get it. We'll get this tree cut off here. I don't even know that I'm gonna need any wire. I'm just gonna need to pick that up. But yeah, this is definitely where they got out. So about to have this problem solved. Farm boss. Now, whoever put up this web wire, which looks like they came in after that, I'll show you. The barbed wire must have been here originally. All this fence was here when we bought the place, I don't know, what, 4 or 5 years ago. So, of course, the wire should all be on this side of the fence. The barbed wire is. This web wire is not. I don't know that I've ever noticed that. This stretch of fence we haven't had to do a lot. It was in pretty decent shape. Probably due to the fact that they had added this web wire later on. But yeah, why on earth they put it on the wrong side of the post? Oh heavens. We're not about to undo just everything, but see if we can straighten it up a little bit. Yeah, it's like, how on earth? But whatever. So what do y'all think? Could y'all get out here now? I don't think you could. Now, I probably shouldn't tell you this, but there's a spot just over the hill, or the next couple of ridges, where there's a huge tree down, and y'all could go out. But in reality, I know this is always confusing, I'm trying to explain all this. So this is our pasture. If you watched the last video where we had those huge oak trees down, there's actually another cross fence going this way, so they can't get back into this pasture. Not unless there's another spot that we don't know about. But in that other pasture they can get in, it's not too big of a deal, it's a much smaller one. This is actually one of the bigger pastures on the place when they're in there. And we just don't want them grazing it yet. We, if we keep having days like this, we're gonna have earlier grazing than usual. Pull out my phone here. Today is February the 22nd, so starting to kind of get greedy, and you look ahead at those long range forecasts, or I don't know, long range, just the 2-week outlook, and you're kind of like, well, yeah, in our 2-week outlook, which puts us through March the 8th, there's no freezing temperatures. In fact, the lowest is 37. And so, we're always at risk, here in the Mid-South, to have a winter storm even into early March. But we feel like we get to about the 10th, and certainly like the middle of March, the risk of having a real storm gets to be relatively low. And so we might have some earlier spring grazing. But a point there is we don't want them back here, especially that fescue and all, that's just trying to really get going. We don't want them nipping it off. They'd have it eaten back, even just these 30 lighter calves pretty quickly. So need them to be patient, stick to the hay. We got plenty of hay, especially if the weather stays this nice. Stick to the hay for just a few more weeks, then we'll let you back here to graze. That was about as simple of a fix on a bad spot in the fence as we'll ever have. So that was nice. Yeah, it's hot. Which is also why I'm wearing a cowboy hat today. Much too hot for the felt. And with the 45-mile-an-hour wind gust, I thought, yeah, I'm not going to wear the straw hat either. So, good time to point out, you can go to hurricanecreek.farm and get you a cap just like this, only slightly cleaner and newer. But I don't know what we're going to do now. It is 11 o'clock. I've got a bunch of stuff still on my long-term to-do list. We got plenty of time to get something else checked off. It'd be really nice to get the front end loader on the tractor fixed, but local dealer didn't have the part, so I just ordered it online, and it's not going to be here for several days. So we're kind of dead in the water on that until the part gets here. But we may do. So it looks like we'll probably be feeding again this weekend, just like we did this morning. Out having the front end loader at our disposal. So I ran to town to take care of a few errands. I saw this cow here was kind of starting to lay down. That was probably close to 2 hours ago now, hour and a half. Made it back home, and obviously she is in the act of calving. So she immediately looked up here as soon as I climbed the fence. So I'm gonna stay back. I don't want to do anything to really disturb her, especially if things appear to be going as they should, which I like. I'd love to see her lay back down and the thing come on the rest of the way out, but we should be just, yeah. It just moved a little there, so keep filming. You'll be able to see this. Missed it, calf hitting the ground by about 1.2 seconds, so just gonna make sure it's breathing. She's obviously gonna clean it off pretty good, and then if all has gone as it should have, we're gonna back off. I think I see it moving its head. Oh yeah, kicking some feet there, head is up. So closest we'll get, we'll let mom do her thing. We'll get a tag in its ear here in just a bit. If we don't get blown away sometime between now and then. The wind is just relentless. Oh yeah, gonna be a pretty little marked up calf. Just have to get a little dry to tell exactly what color it's gonna be. It's gonna be a dark red or black, but definitely got some white markings. Starting to look awfully stormy, but I wanted to ride back here and check pastures. Walked a little over on the neighbor's place, pasture we rent. Grass, it's still a ways away over there. Out here in these pastures that we just, our ground that we just put back into pasture, or permanent perennial mix, about a year and a half ago. Last year's first year we grazed it. Fescue and orchard grass is looking pretty good. Not ready to be grazed, not anywhere really near ready to be grazed. The clover and spots you can really start to see as well, but there's a little there. But yeah, the cows would love to be out here and they can see it. I'm sure they can smell it. But man, this unseasonably warm temperature we've been having have really done it some good. But yeah, they would have this eaten back in 2 days, and then that would set us way back in terms of when we could officially start grazing season. I felt the raindrop, but yeah, I might want to start heading back a little closer to the house whenever the bottom does drop out of it, because it looks like it's going to hit hard and fast. May not rain for very long, but it's going to be a bit of a storm when it does hit. Rain is just starting. We're going to see if we get this calf tagged and we're going to get inside. Those thunderstorms moved on through, cooled things off a bit. Kind of like we expected. Didn't rain for very long, but it did rain pretty hard. The first calf we tagged this morning, right there. Mom has done a good job. Kind of left that one laid up over there underneath those pines. Hadn't had it up around the hay feeders and whatnot, which it's not terribly muddy. It's a little muddier now than it was just a little while ago, but even still, not that muddy. But we don't want her, we'd rather them not have the babies up around the high traffic areas where it can be really nasty. I'm gonna go ahead and start working on evening chores. And thankfully, yeah, I think the rain is over with. Got a bunch of the new moms. It's like it's nursing hour for everybody. We got a pair there, 3 there, 1 there, 1 there, 1 there. We got our newest pair right over there laid down. I don't know if that's just a cow or if that's a pair, but yeah, everybody seems to be relatively content. It's still very warm, but about time for me to go get the kids. It's nearly 5 o'clock. Hey, but these days are getting longer. Man, that is nice. We've got over an hour until sunset. 5:45 sunset today, so looking forward to that getting a little longer every day. But yeah, may just about wrap it up. This was a good one. Had calf, I guess can't really claim it was born on camera because I wasn't filming as it hit the ground, but had 2 new calves today. Got that spot on the fence fixed, got the hay put out in spite of the tractor limitations we've been dealing with, and I imagine we're gonna have to continue dealing with that even on the weekend feeding, but maybe by middle of next week we'll have those parts in and can have that loader working properly. But rambling on. Again, like I mentioned earlier, go to the website if you're interested in a hat, get you one. Again, I'll mention Talk Dirt to me if you've had a chance to check out the podcast. Appreciate it if you have not, anywhere you listen to podcasts, and including on YouTube. Links are in the description. But yeah, I'm rambling on at the end of a video. Death, taxes, and me rambling at the end of videos, all certainties in life. But as we check on this pair one last time, remind y'all, eat beef and God bless. Have a good one.